The US and Russia have come to the brink of war several times, but never directly fought each other. The first major tension between the US and Russia is known as the U-2 crisis, which took place in 1960. The US had growing concerns that they are not the only one who have nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles. To find out if these concerns are correct, the US sent the U-2 spy plane to the Soviet Union. These spy planes were designed in such a way that they can fly high enough to be undetected by radar systems. Meanwhile, they were equipped with powerful cameras so they could take clear pictures from very high altitudes. On May 1, 1960, the U-2 spy plane was detected by the Soviet radars and was hit by air defense missiles in just a few seconds. Pilot Francis Gary Powers had managed to leave the plane before it crashed, however he was taken as a prisoner by the Soviets. The US announced that the downed plane was not a spy plane and was carrying out meteorological studies. US was forced to admit the plane's true purpose after pilot Francis Gary Powers confessed the truth in his interrogation. After the US President Eisenhower said that he ordered the cessation of U-2 flights, the tension between the two countries subsided a little. 2 years after the U-2 crisis, this time the US and the Soviet Union had a dispute over Cuba. The US government wanted to overthrow the Fidel Castro regime in Cuba. Fidel Castro came to power in 1959, overthrowing the United States-controlled Batista regime. The Soviet Union, on the other hand, began to support the Castro regime in Cuba. In the fall of 1962, the deployment of Soviet missiles to Cuba had begun. The United States stated that ships carrying nuclear equipment to Cuba should be stopped, and if they were not stopped, they would be shot. Soviet leader Khrushchev, in the letter he sent to Kennedy on October 27, 1962, stated that if the USA dismantled similar missiles in Turkey, the USSR would also dismantle the ones in Cuba. The American ambassador said that the missiles in Turkey were already obsolete and they were going to be removed in 6 months. After some diplomatic talks between the two countries, the tension dropped and the nuclear missile crisis was overcome. This time Afghanistan was the new address of the Soviet Union and the US tension. After the invitation of the Afghan Marxist government, on December 24, 1979, the Soviet army entered Afghanistan. While the Soviet Union was on the side of the Afghan government, the United States of America was on the side of the government opponents. The consequences of this war, which lasted 10 years for the Soviet Union, were severe. In 1989, when the Soviets were forced to withdraw from Afghanistan, they left behind 14,453 casualties and 451 aircrafts. The most obvious tension between the two countries today is in Syria. At the beginning of the war, in 2011, the US supported the opposition to overthrow the Assad regime. The US armed the opposition forces and put them through military training. Russia, on the other hand, entered Syria in 2015 and prevented the collapse of the Assad regime. Right now, most parts of Syria is controlled by the government. Today, the two countries came across each other again with the invasion of Ukraine by the Russian forces.